The South East 7, otherwise known as SE7, is a good example of councils building a partnership to deliver better, more efficient services, including highways maintenance. David Hodge, leader of Surrey County Council, explains.
SE7 was born out a political drive to see how could we actually work better collectively and corporately across Surrey, Sussex, East and West Sussex, Hampshire, Kent, Medway and Brighton and Hove. The idea was how could we actually deliver better quality services with actual better benefits to the residents of our areas.
Andrew Smith, Chief Executive of Hampshire County Council, was quick to recognise that highway authorities needed to achieve greater efficiencies and welcome the SE7 initiative and the ethos of HMEP.
I think the benefits come from trying to shape the market so that you get more bang for your bucks, you get more efficient and you get the opportunity to drive down costs. I think you get that benefit more readily if you do it in collaboration. And you get the benefits of standardisation, you get the benefits of consistency, and we get the benefits of outcomes with less professional resource. South East 7 is an example in its infancy, where we believe coming together with 7 other authorities will give us the opportunity to get those sorts of benefits.
There are already good examples of collaborative working in the highways sector. But for some, collaboration represents a significant cultural change, and Andrew Smith argues that change has to be led from the top down.
I think it's a change programme, and we know that sometimes we have to work very hard to embed effective change in our organisations. I think that comes from both political and managerial leadership, and I think it's a challenge for us to provide that leadership, and similarly for our colleagues in environment and roads and transportation to demonstrate they're fit and ready for the particular task. The benefits of embedding a programme that relates to the safety and value of a national asset such as the road network, I think speaks for itself. People want to be safe on that network, they don't want the disruption, and they also want the economic benefits of making sure people can get around the county as they do in other parts of the country.
David Hodge is already seeing local officers buy into the concept.
What we are trying to do here is to set out quite clear benchmarking with quality control encompassed within the structure as we go forward to ensure that we can collectively ensure that we get the best value and ensure that no council is paying unnecessarily for a service from a contractor. We know that in some cases some authorities are paying 80% more than other authorities for different types of areas. In one case we know one authority is paying double the rate that say Surrey does for emptying our gullies. This is the sort of thing that is critical that we as the politicians must drive through and make sure that we have a proper, ensure that we have proper value for money and that we are not all paying the wrong rates. It's critical. But it cannot be done without the officer's support, and that is really what has been really good about this whole process is the support we've had from the chief executives down through the various heads of service and the senior officers working on the project. They've made a huge difference. Actually, it's really good to see them in the same room. It's not as though suddenly it's not an officer from Surrey, but it's an officer who's helping to see what can he do or she can do for the whole of the South East 7. That's really important.